Listen, right? Can a bitch talk to y'all for a minute? You know, since it's just us, a bitch got something she need to get up off his chest real quick. True story, real talk, real quick, 1 minute, but not really. How in the are all my bitches feeling? What's good, bitches? Girl, wait, what's up? What's up? How y'all feeling? Okay, I was ready. I needed to hear it. What's up? No, I'm just joking. What's up, my baby? So, how y'all feeling? So, listen, right? This right here, y'all already know, is my little light therapeutic space or whatever. A bitch comes through all day, every day to let it free like a bird. But anyway, so a bitch is coming to y'all with a little light conversation or whatever. Drop a comment. Let a hoe know what's up. Talk to a bitch, okay? But and while you're at it, click like, click subscribe, and let a hoe know. Anyway, no, I'm just messing with you, but dead serious all at the same time, okay? Show a bitch some love. I always show it back. That's what's up. But anyway, no, for real though. As y'all can probably tell by the title, this is a little like not a full story time because I got a little light story time to go with it, but it's more of a serious topic, right? So I always like to keep things light, fun, airy, you know, whistle, whistle, that's what I do. But this one gonna be something similar. However, it's just a little bit more real. So basically, right, this all derives from me noticing something the other day, literally just the other day. So on my Facebook, right, even though I'm barely on there, but how and ever, that's beside the point. Not really, because it's basically where this comes from. But anyway, so the other day I noticed on my Facebook that I think they call it friends or followers. Well, actually both, to be honest. The numbers of my friends and followers had declined, like it was dwindling. And I was like, what? And then the friends too, it dropped a lot, like a lot. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And so did someone like the followers on there or whatever, specifically on Facebook. And also, I've noticed the past several, the stories or whatever on Facebook, the views have literally gone from 200 and 300 to 100 or less. And I'm like, wait, I mean, and it's cool or whatever, because I don't really, I don't need other motherfuckers like that to validate me, basically. And that's no shade. I'm just saying, it's like, I don't, that's why I'm barely on there. So it's like, I noticed it and it caught my attention because I was like, oh, this is real different. Because I was just like, well, for why? That was the question that popped up in my head or whatever. It's like, well, why? Why is it that these numbers on Facebook, now this is strictly about Facebook, have been dropping? Right? Now I noticed that mainly on my Facebook is where I would post back when I was doing the amateur modeling thing or whatever. That's when I would post those photos and things is what people liked, apparently. That's what they were into. That's who they define me to be. Now, pause. Right? Little side note. When I was doing the amateur modeling thing or whatever, babies, that was never me. That had never been me. Granted, it was me physically, of course, but it was never what I had wanted to do. Honestly, it was girl, Because it's a whole lot to go with it or whatever. Hold on, y'all. When I tell you this, ooh, she playing. This shirt is playing. Because I'm trying to keep it like this. Because when I keep this bent in, these stay right. But she don't want to stay in to keep these right. And it's irking my nerves. But anyway, okay, she gonna stay for a second. But anyway, back to the story. So, granted, that stuff was never really me. Yeah, like I said, yes, okay, yes, it was me physically, but who I am, babies, not me at all. Okay, I honestly had never really wanted to do that. I mean, granted, I would like to go to the different states and cities and stuff like that. That, you know, when I would get like a bring or a little email or something like that, saying hey, or even in text messages too. Because when I knew when I would get a text message, it was check behind that. Shit, nigga struggling at the time. But this is a while ago or whatever. But anyway. Shit, a bitch still climbing the ladder though. But anyway, that's the side point. Back to the story. But that was baby. That was. But anyway, okay. Back to the story for real this time. Stay focused, Adam. But y'all, so back then it was never really something I had ever really wanted to get into. To be honest, I was always told that, as y'all can tell by the title, basically to be a little bit more diplomatic, because even though I'm using the word in the title, I never use. I shouldn't say no. I don't really, unless I'm reading something. I never really use that word. Like those words never exit my lips really. However, I was never really considered the physically appealing person, like at all. I was too dark, too big, too wide hip, still wide hip, bitch. You know, people would dog me, like literally drag a bitch about his exterior appearance or whatever. This is from literally toddler years all the way up until I turned 16. And when something crazy happened, then a bitch just basically shit. I lost a ton of weight, and then that was it. Shit, I had like my six pack was crazy visible, and you had little veins coming up from my pelvis to my stomach and stuff. You know, little. I always had the little titty meat because that's the side point. Back to the story, but you know, I always had my areolas going on, Hershey's Kisses or whatever. But still, it was just like. I turned 16, and then people started to like look at me differently. They weren't calling me names. I was actually being called. I remember the first time I had ever heard anybody use the word gorgeous and have me being described as that. Baby, I was telling you I was about to be floored. I was like, I know she's girl. I'm gay as fuck, but I thank you on anyway. To the story, but there were literally after I turned 16, there wouldn't be, especially 16 going into 17, there wouldn't be a day, literally not one single day, that I wouldn't hear at least one person speak something positive about my exterior appearance. Like they would always compliment me on my exterior appearance. But by this time, maybe it was already instilled in my head, like, girl, nuh-uh. I'm too dark, you know, I'm too wide hip. You know, I had that in my head. It was something that y'all didn't say this before. Nobody would say this before at all. So that's what in my mind was. I thought people were just, I don't know, to be honest, like it took me a long time to accept, like, okay, well, I appreciate, like, to even basically say that. Every time somebody would say something about my physical, something positive about my exterior physical appearance or whatever, like in a nice way or whatever, I would literally change the subject. And you could ask like many people from my past, like, that I still know this day or whatever, that I would change the subject because I couldn't relate to it. It took a long minute, like literally until I was in my mid-20s, mid to late 20s or whatever, for me to just be like, okay, I appreciate it. Thank you. Even to get to that point. Now, don't get me wrong, people still say positive things about my exterior appearance, but fuck it. It's just basically I don't care about that ish, and that's the thing. And it's like when I was doing that amateur modeling ish or whatever, it's like, girl, like I would be. That's why I never do this. I shouldn't say never, but I few and far between do the selfies. It was never really me. I remember one time I was actually talking and getting ready to, like, we were talking to go to the stages of dating. Really well. Yes. Because I remember one time we were walking downtown DC or whatever, and people stopped him and noticed him or whatever. But however, I was talking to this one person that we were going to date or whatever, married now and everything. But however, and it was like I personally felt like he was exteriorly appealing to me, but it was more about I wanted to know him. Like I can't really, especially if we gonna try to get on that level. Get on my level, nigga. Get on my level. But anyway, I wanted to get to know him. Whatever. I didn't really care too much about the exterior. I wanted to know the interior, and it was just like he's a pretty well known person, a model. He's an actual model. I think more like an IG model now, but he has done like modeling, like where he's on billboards and shit. I'm pretty sure billboards, like the little things or whatever. He's on those, like. But however, I couldn't get that connection with him because I knew he was, and it's cool. That's his thing. It's just not my thing. You know, I knew he was more based on exterior appearances than I was. Like, I don't give a fuck about clothes. Like, I don't do name brand really anything, like, unless it's like a reason for it. But definitely not clothes, unless I accidentally get it and it's just like, oh shit, oops, it was on sale, bitch. Like, for real. Like, I don't really care about that. But I noticed that, and this is a long pause, right? However, I noticed that people were more into me, like, posting these amateur modeling photos or whatever, or, you know, interested in me when I was doing that ish. And it played in my mind, like, for bitches to always say that they real or they 100 or they, you know, they basically saying that they not superficial. Bitch. But hey, okay. For these people to run around here chanting that ish like it's an anthem, okay? Y'all be usually the ones that be the most not real motherfuckers. Y'all be the ones that be knocking niggas down when they, you know, when they don't meet what you think they should be. Y'all be the ones that are the most superficial motherfuckers out there, like, for real. And that's what irks my nerves, because it's like, you in one way gonna say, oh, bitch, I'm real. Oh, I'm always 100. I'm this. But yet, you only like another motherfucker because of something exterior or something that they said to you, which irks my nerves in itself. Because it's just like, oh, well, this person, you know, I know that they my mans in them or they my bitch in that. And it's just like, but in a heartbeat, you won't do shit to support them for real if they really needed it, except physically fight for them. And physical fighting for somebody don't really mean that nigga is for you. But I know plenty of people, okay, plenty of people who done jumped in the fight. Bitch, shit, I done been, well, but I will still be there for my people, so I shouldn't really say that. But however, I done been in a couple of fights because my friends or whatever over there scrapping, and I don't want nobody to scrap. But you fight my friends, you fight me, so I got to jump in. But it's just like even then. But shit, fuck it. It's even some people like sometimes where I've gotten like swung on. I remember one time this one nigga bust me in my lip. I still got an inner scar on my lip. You can probably see it. It's an indentation from a nigga busting me in my lip randomly as fuck. And my friends at the time jumped in, and I was like, in my mind, I was thinking, granted I was younger or whatever, but I was thinking like, oh, you know, they're my real friends or whatever. And they were cool or whatever. But then lo and behold, them the same niggas that went behind my back and fuck my ex or whatever. And they were also the ones that came to me and was like, oh, you shouldn't even talk to your friend's ex, like even have conversations with your friend's ex, but yet y'all fucking my friend's ex, or y'all fucking y'all supposed friend's ex. Like, but yet we'll sit there and chant you real. Or yet will sit there and be like, oh, I'm 100 about mine. Or yet be like, oh, I'm the realest, the trillest there is. Like, nigga, sit your ass back. Just sitting there lying-ish. But it's basically, baby, I know I went all around that, but that just irked all of my nerves. Because it's just like, the people that, I'm sorry, my brat. Girl, you know you're not supposed to be here. Go to your pillow. My fault, y'all. She swears she grown. Go. Gotta clap. Let them know it's real. But anyway, back to the story. But like, it just trips me up because it's just like the people that be sitting there saying that they real this, real that, only fuck with the superficial. And it's just like, if you really that real, then you fuck for the inner. You ain't fucking with the person for some surface-ish. Like, for real. Like, okay, I appreciate people saying, okay, or people appreciating you know, my exterior. I appreciate that. Thank you. However, baby, it ain't about that. It's about who I am. Talk to a bitch. Let a hoe know what's up. Like, get to know me. Get to know my real personality. Get to know my chefing skills, motherfucker. Get to know my inner thoughts, secrets. Get to know me as a person. You can never genuinely say that you a real motherfucker unless you're only talking about your physical. Because that's the only thing real about you if the only people that you fuck with is based off the superficial. Baby, you honestly cannot say that, ish, because you're not. If all who you surround yourself with is based off of superficial, and when I say superficial, it's surface-ish, shit that they say, shit that they that they wear, the way that they look, the way that they walk. That's all surface-ish. If that's all who you surround yourself with, baby, you just as superficial as that motherfucker. So you walking around here talking about something, you the realest, you the trillest, you keep it 100, all of that. No, you don't, buddy. Because you nothing but a product of them. No shade, just saying. Anyway, I just had to come through, get that ish up off my chest, because as I mentioned, y'all my therapeutic space or whatever. But for real, if you really fuck with a person, like I fuck with y'all, talk to a bitch. Am I thinking about it too much that, oh, you know, people only basing ish up off the superficial, off the surface area, and not really basing it off of the human area, the inner workings of me or whomever else? Am I thinking about that ish too much, or is it real? Like, is it, have you experienced it yourself? I should say, not is it real, but have you experienced something like that? Like where people only like you because of the surface part of you and never even get to know, excuse me, my fault, never get to know the inner workings of you. Never, ever genuinely know the inner workings of you. But ladies, I can tell y'all a couple of marriages. Okay, and fuck a couple, I can tell y'all a bunch, at least a dozen. I just, right off the top of my head, that I know baby, these where these niggas don't even know their spouse's date of birth. Like date of birth when I mean like date of birth, like their age. Some of them don't even know their middle name, but they married. They be married. Don't even know that bitch's real middle name. But they talking about something, oh, I love them. Oh, I love them. They so real. Don't even know that person be dogging them out behind their back. Don't even know that person is creeping out behind their back because they don't really love them, but they got to keep up appearances. Baby, I'm not even going to get into it. Like, for real. Because it's weighing on the nigga's spirit. Baby, trust me, I'm praying about it. Okay, I'm praying about it. Anyway, look, got a bit of sweat. And like, for real, legit sweating now because I got the AC on. Yes, baby. But it's like, girl, is this just a me thing or no? Or have y'all noticed like stuff like that in y'all own lives? Like for real, let a bitch know, for real. This ain't just about a like, comment, or subscribe type thing. Even though y'all know I always put that in my intros and outros, but it is about a conversation. Like for real, if you know me personally, or not even if you know me personally, as a matter of fact, if you a stranger, never met me a day in your life, actually. Okay, I actually prefer I prefer everybody's, but I would more prefer somebody who I don't even know and get their outlook on it, get they take on it. Like, is that something you've experienced, or is it we supposed to base shit off superficial? If that's the case, baby, girl, we got to talk. Drop it a bitch a comment. Message me in my DMs. As a matter of fact, if you drop me a comment, I'm gonna message you in your DMs to see what's up. Because I really, like legit. I would really like to know this ish. Because that mess irks my nerves. When I saw those numbers, I was like, y'all, girl, y'all basing some ish off of what wasn't. It was never me. Never me. That's why when I be at some of those like amateur photo shoots or whatever, they would be like, Adam, I'm going to need you to pose better a little. I'm going to need you to like telling me to pose. I remember one photo shoot I was on, one photo shoot I had did. It took me like, it was the longest photo shoot I have ever done too. It took me, I think, 30. No, sorry, fuck that. No, it took like 2 or 3 hours or whatever for me to do that photo shoot. 2 to 3 hours, and the motherfucker only got like 10 photos. 2 to 3 hours. I'm pushing it at 3, but we're gonna say 2.5 hours for certain. 2.5 hours. I think I had 5 looks or something like that. 5, maybe 6 looks. 2.5 hours, baby, for a photo shoot. That was the longest shit I had ever done because of I didn't know how to pose. Like, it was so hard for me to pose because that ish was so fake as fuck. And it's just like, y'all based y'all liking of me on that? Girl, wait until I drop this OnlyFans. Y'all gonna really see. True story, that's coming soon, but that's beside the point. At least it ain't superficial. Y'all gonna see a bit of chop how he be fucking. But anyway, back to the story. But anyway, y'all, I kept y'all long enough. I just wanted to know, come through, get that ish up off my chitty meat, let it free, like a bird or whatever. But anyway, let a bitch know. I'll talk to y'all later. Night.